Those of you who are like me and over 40 with maturing skin, who don't have that same suppleness, firmness, and youthful glow that we once had, incorporating all or just one of these can really make a big difference in your overall look, no matter where you're going or what you're doing, if you're dressy or casual like I am today. Of course, this isn't all about how we look, it's about how we feel. If you're someone who can walk out the door and feel great without a stitch of makeup, more power to you. I and many people I know are not like that, which is probably why you're watching this video today. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Let's get into these tips and products that I incorporate into my routine that help me. I hope they help you too. I'll be touching a bit on makeup, skincare, and hair care during this video because there are small things that you can do to have big impact with each of those. It's not just about makeup. I'll have all the products I'm sharing listed and linked in my description box and in my top pinned comment. And everything I'm sharing is available from Sephora at Kohl's, who I'm excited to again be partnering with to help spread the word that you can earn double the rewards on your favorite beauty products, because you now earn both Kohl's rewards and Beauty Insider points when you shop Sephora at Kohl's, both in store and online. So no matter how you prefer to shop, you can earn double, and that includes on the products that I share in today's video. Now, this first tip is for those of you who might be like me and wake up with morning puffiness. That has gotten worse with age for me. And I find if I take just a few moments out of my morning to depuff, it makes a huge difference in how I look the entire day from morning until night. And I think you'll be able to see a difference in this before clip that you're seeing here and the one that you'll see at the end of this segment. So I've talked many times on my channel about using a gua sha or a roller tool, some kind of a massaging tool to depuff in the morning. This is something I do quite often. These are reasonably priced, and this is a great method to just take a few minutes and use in the morning. But a couple weeks ago, I discovered this mask from Clarins that I am in love with. It's unlike any other mask that I've ever used. It's made to specifically lift and depuff. It's got this moussey, almost fluffy, thick texture. You just apply a thick layer and let it sit for 10 minutes. Sometimes I go 15. This is the only mask that I've ever applied underneath my chin and jaw area, as well as to the hoods of my eyes, because it gives such a nice lifting, firming effect. I don't know about you, but I see a difference in the puffiness that I had before I applied this mask and how my face looks after. I am so pleased with this. I've used this several times and love the way it feels when it's on and the results that I get after. This quickly became a staple for me. I love having it. I love having different methods for depuffing, and this is another one that I've added to my arsenal. I love it, but I think depuffing in the morning is huge and can make a huge difference with how much brighter and lifted we look throughout the day. I think for many of us, we get so locked into perfecting our skincare and our makeup routines that many times our hair care gets kind of pushed to the side. And what happens as we age, our hair gets drier and more brittle. And when I look at these beautiful put together women, they have the whole package, including shiny, healthy, hydrated hair. It doesn't matter how old you are, if your hair is coarse or fine or long or short. There are a couple of quick things you can do each week, each day that will make a big difference when it comes to your hair health and how it looks each day. One thing I do every time I wash my hair is after I take it out of a towel, I put in some kind of a hair oil, a good quality hair oil that actually repairs my hair. Hair oils don't just give superficial shine, they do so much more than that. And many of them, like this one from K18, this is the Molecular Repair Hair Oil. I've really been enjoying this. Many like this one are designed for all hair types. You just customize the number of drops you use. I have very fine hair, so I only need 1 or 2 drops. This reverses damage and helps promote strength and smoothness. It also gives heat protection up to 450 degrees, which is really important to me. And it also reinforces your hair's moisture barrier, smooths flyaways, and enhances shine. And it does all of that with this nice lightweight consistency that doesn't weigh my hair down. So I use it before I add my other styling products, and then I'll smooth in a drop after after I style my hair just to add a little bit of shine, which is an instant result that helps my hair look better. If you're not using some kind of a hair oil, it is something you can incorporate every day to repair damage over time and give you instant shine right away. Another oil that I really like is from Living Proof. It's the Living Proof No Frizz Vanishing Oil. I've talked about this several times on my channel. It's another lightweight oil that can be used on damp or dry hair. Both of these are really, really nice and great for all hair types. I have another quick thing you can do for your hair that will drastically increase your shine and hydration game, and it takes roughly 10 minutes once a week. I feel like we can all fit that in, right? If you're not currently deep conditioning your hair once a week, start incorporating that. You will see some changes. Hydrated hair is healthy hair. Now, my favorite deep conditioner at this point in time is from Way. It's specifically for fine to medium hair. I apply it in the shower, go about my routine, and then rinse it out at the end of my shower. And I can even use this in the morning, style my hair, and it doesn't weigh my hair down throughout the day. Sometimes deep conditioners with fine hair need to be done at night because they can be kind of heavy. This is one that is not like that, but it works, which I really love. If you have thicker or more coarse hair, you may want to try one like this one from Amika. This is the Soul Food Nourishing Mask. This is a sample we've had, and the full size is on its way to us right now. There are overnight treatments that you can let them do their work while you're sleeping. One I have and like is Amika Dream Routine. This is their overnight hydration treatment. It's got kind of a lotion texture, and you can actually put this in dry or damp hair before bed, and it works its magic. You may be someone who never needed foundation when you were younger, but as we get older, our skin starts to get a little thinner. We start to lose some plumpness, firmness, and our skin can start to look a little sallow. We can see some discoloration, some redness. So taking some time to even out your skin tone can make a big difference in your overall look. Here I'm using just a small amount of a tinted moisturizer. This is Urban Decay Hydromaniac Tinted Moisturizer, just to even things out a bit. I don't take it under my eyes. We'll talk about that here in a second. You can spot conceal with a concealer, use a skin tint, a tinted moisturizer, or a full foundation, whatever you're comfortable with, but evening out your skin can make a big difference. Whether you've always had dark circles under your eyes like me, or with age, you've started to notice the skin getting a bit thinner in that area and you're starting to notice some discoloration, adding a small amount of a brightener or a corrector under your eyes can make a big impact with how awake and lifted your eyes look. You can experiment with whether you prefer a brightener or a corrector. I'm using the brightener corrector from NARS here, and be sure to pop some in the inner corner where we have the most darkness, and if you're starting to see redness at the outer corner. Brightener and corrector may be enough for you, but if you're still seeing a little bit of discoloration, or if you have under eye hollows, you may want to use a concealer over that brightener and corrector. This is something I prefer to do because I have darkness and under eye hollows. I also like to even out my eyelids on occasion. It helps with the overall look. If you want to instantly lift and open up your eyes, there's one thing you can do that will make the biggest difference, even if you're wearing no other eye makeup at all, and that is use an eyelash curler. Now, this is for those of you who don't already have naturally lifted curled lashes or lash extensions. My lashes are kind of sparse and they stick straight out. They're pretty invisible. I'm using a Shiseido lash curler I've had forever. I like to start it at the base, close to my lash line, and pump it there and do 2 to 3 more pumps, walking it out towards the end of my lashes. That gives a curl rather than a bend. Sometimes I'll walk it back down. And I think that you can see here, even though I don't have mascara on and my lashes are still sparse and light, you can now see that they're starting to look lifted, and you can really see a difference once I start adding mascara. The before and after is pretty big. There's not a day that I don't curl my lashes if I'm going somewhere. It makes that much of a difference. Even if you're running an errand and not doing your makeup, grooming your brows is going to make a huge difference to how put together you look and probably feel. My brows are very uneven. They're never going to look perfectly symmetrical because my face, like most people's, is asymmetrical, and so my brows are going to be that way too. I do the best I can to kind of go with my natural brow shape, making sure my arches are roughly even from side to side, and one of my brow tails is longer than the other. And when I'm mapping mapping out where I want the tail of my brow to end, I just lay my pencil down so that it's across the center of my cupid's bow, the outer portion of my nose, and the corner of my eye. And I just make sure that the very tail doesn't dip down past or down below the height of the front of the brow, because that will drag my eye down and we don't want that. Sometimes I take a gel through them after just for hold. Now, if you have full brows, you may be able to get away with just using some kind of a clear or a tinted brow gel. It is true what they say, brows frame the face. No matter if you are wearing no makeup or going full glam, having those brows done is really important. It can make a huge impact. If you're not born with a natural rosy glow to your cheeks, adding color to your cheeks with either blush or bronzer, whatever you're comfortable with, and it can be creams or powders, it doesn't matter, will make an instant impact. It will help you look youthful and vibrant and healthy. Now, the common spot for blush is the apples of our cheeks, but as we get older, for those of us who are over 40, the apples of our cheeks start to fall, and so when you place blush there, it can actually drag your face down. So instead, we want to place our blush a little bit higher. So start it at about the center of your eye and place it along the tops of your cheekbones. It may seem really high, but it can really give a more youthful look. Now, even though we're talking about adding color to the face, I'm not going to tell you that bronzer is necessary, that it's mandatory. It's a personal preference. I like it, but you may not. However, it can add a lot to your eye look. If you add a little bit in your crease and transition area, it can really soften that overall look and make your eyes appear a little bit less hooded by giving them some depth. So you may want to try sweeping some bronzer through your crease and transition if you were previously wearing no makeup at all on your eyes. As we age, our lips deflate. It's a fact of life. We lose plumpness and fullness and start to see some vertical lip lines forming. Some people get lip filler. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Others, like myself, fake a fuller pout because it kind of resembles my lips when they were younger. Now, the very first thing that I do before I apply any other makeup is do a prep step. I apply a lip plumping balm of some sort that hydrates and nourishes, like Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Gloss Balm. I love the way this smells and feels and just how it does its magic while I'm applying the rest of my makeup. And once my makeup is finished, I will blot this off before applying the rest of my lip products. So I go in first with a nude neutral lip liner. Now, if you're normally lip liner averse, hear me out here. This is gonna look completely natural. I'm using My Dream by Natasha Denona today to slightly overline the center portion of my lips. I go slightly above my cupid's bow and just right above, almost just right along the perimeter of the border of the center of my lips. But before I get to the end, I want to be sure and be on my lips. I don't want to overline at the corners because that's when it starts to look kind of weird. I do that on the top and the bottom and then fill it in because I personally don't like an obvious lip liner look, and filling in my lips helps fill in those vertical lip lines and helps my lip products to last longer throughout the day. Now, normally I do the full top and the full bottom at once. I just wanted you to see one side to the other for demonstration purposes. Now, you can leave the lip liner and go with just that, but I've really been enjoying these tinted hybrid lip product, lip balm, kind of all-in-one products that nourish, hydrate, fill, and have a nice shine and color payoff. The one that I have on today is the Kosas Wet Stick in the shade Malibu. I'll have some extras linked down below that I really love too. It's just an easy way to slightly fake a fuller lip, which gives a more youthful, pretty look, in my opinion. Since we talked about evening our skin tone out earlier, you may find foundation reviews helpful. I've done a ton here for various skin types you can check out. I hope you found this video helpful and enjoyable and can take away a tip or two for your everyday routine. I'd love it if you give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you enjoy everyday beauty made easy. That's what my channel is all about. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.